Hi, good evening. My name is Aman Srivastava and I welcome you all once again on my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing good. So Indian automobile industry is the fifth largest in the world and it is expected to become third largest by 2030. Since population of our country is growing rapidly and demand of cars are also growing, therefore dependence on conventional energy resources is not a sustainable option. Thus, demand of electric cars are growing rapidly. It is expected to grow at a CAGR of 23% from 2022 till 2030. Why electric cars are becoming so important? I have learned there are multiple factors which are creating huge demand of electric cars globally, such as energy efficient. According to US Department of Energy, electric cars are more efficient than IC cars. IC stands for internal combustion, means petrol and diesel cars. Because electric cars convert 75% of electricity into power, whereas petrol and diesel cars convert 15 to 30% into power. With the help of regenerative braking system, hybrid and electric cars converts kinetic energy into power, which generates better performance in electric and hybrid cars. Whereas this energy goes waste in case of internal combustion engine. So I promise you one thing, that I will make separate video on regenerative braking system because it plays significant role in the development of all the electric and hybrid cars. So this was one of the factor, and the secondly, cost effectiveness. Yes, this may sound argumentative to you, but initially electric cars seems like a bomb. I mean, price point of view, they cost you little higher than petrol and diesel cars, because most of the automobile manufacturers importing electric cars, either importing the components of electric cars, and later on they are assembling and then selling it forward. So therefore price wise it is slightly expensive, but going forward price will be reduced and price will cut down. Let me explain you with an example. For example, you own an electric car with a battery pack of 30 kilowatt and running range is claimed by the company, let's assume 300 kilometer. For example, it consumes close to 35 to 40 units. As per my knowledge, 30 kilowatt of battery consumes close to 35 to 40 unit to charge 100%, and electricity unit price varies from state to state. So let's assume 10 rupees per unit. So then it will cost you approximately 400 rupees if it consumes 40 units, and per 10 rupees per unit, then it will cost you close to 400 rupees, and out of that you are getting a mileage of 300 kilometers, then practically it will cost you approximately 1.5 rupees per kilometer. Whereas in case of petrol cars, let's assume on an average petrol cars generate a mileage of 10 to 11 per liter. So petrol prices are costing close to 100 rupees per liter. So in that case it will cost you approximately 10 rupees per kilometer. Now you can see the difference. Electric cars are costing you 1.5 rupees per kilometer, whereas petrol cars are costing you close to 10 rupees per kilometer. See the difference, it is huge. So, and going forward in terms of maintenance, it consumes less expenditure comparatively to petrol cars. So this was the second factor, and third factor is it is environment friendly. If electricity will be produced by solar or wind or hydro, then it will produce less pollution than petrol and diesel cars, and it will also reduce carbon emission from our environment. And the fourth but not the least, this is called performance improvement. Yes, it will improve performance comparatively to petrol and diesel cars. Electric motor creates a smoother ride and acceleration better than IC cars, internal combustion engine cars. So this was the benefit of electric cars. Apart from that, it also involved a few challenges such as charging infrastructure. If I talk about current circumstances, then we do not have required number of power stations within our country. If I talk about tier 1 and tier 2 cities, we may have a few power stations, but that's not enough. If we go in tier 3 cities or remote areas or hilly areas, we do not have that ecosystem. So therefore I'm saying currently infrastructure is not really favoring the electric cars ecosystem, but maybe 5 years down the line or 10 years down the line, we'll have more number of power stations, and then it will be definitely ecosystem will be favorable to electric cars. And second challenge, I would say, it is time consuming. Charging a battery consumes close to 7 to 8 hours, whereas filling a tank of petrol can hardly consume 2 minutes. So it is a time consuming also. So these two factors are the biggest concern or a challenge to electric cars ecosystem. So this was the benefit and the challenge of electric cars. So let's talk about the battery part. If I talk about the battery part, so batteries are the backbone of electric cars. So most of the automobile manufacturers majorly using lithium ion polymer batteries, because these batteries are long lasting and they can be recycled and can also be recharged again and again, and their power weight ratio is also very good. 5 to 6 people can easily accommodate inside the car, and despite that, car will produce better performance. It produces extreme power and energy, and the best part is you will get better drive experience on higher altitude. So apart from that, government is also encouraging electric cars and doing a lot of things, such as they have launched a few schemes and policies to enhance the ecosystem of electric cars, such as FAME scheme. FAME stands for faster adoption and manufacturing of hybrid and electric cars. So through this scheme, government is boosting the demand and encouraging the buyers to buy electric two-wheelers, three-wheelers and four-wheelers and buses also. So apart from that, they have also launched PLI scheme. PLI stands for Production Linked Scheme. Through this scheme, they are boosting the infrastructure and the manufacturing of battery and storage, and also they are encouraging the lithium ion polymer battery manufacturers to increase the capacity and the availability at a reasonable price for the users of lithium ion polymer batteries. And the third one is battery swapping policy. Although this is not really applicable in case of passenger cars, but in case of two-wheeler and three-wheeler, it is very fruitful policy, because they can swipe their old batteries with the new ones at a discounted price, at a reasonable price. So this was my understanding and learning of electric vehicle ecosystem. I hope you will like the content. If you feel like sharing feedback, please do share in the comment box.